Well, hello everyone. It's Karen McDermott Rolfe with Creative Life Scrapbooking. And today I am showing a layout that I am sharing for Featured Project Friday on April 12th, 2024, that is. We've been doing this and we've been sharing layouts since 2017. You guys, that's a lot of layouts. And you can see them on our Facebook page at Creative Life Scrapbooking. Featured Project Friday is one of 2 weekly features that we offer. We also share layouts for Border Maker Monday. So lots of ideas for you there on our Facebook page. And then for the last several years, we've been also offering printable instructional handouts for the layouts. So if you love the layouts and you really want a nice printable that you could add to your idea binder that has step-by-step instructions, please go to our website at creativelifescrapbooking.com to purchase the instructions for our layouts. So the layout I'm sharing today, I did something, I mixed and matched, and I've used paper and different elements from across some different collections. And I really love this about Creative Memories is that during any one year, they really coordinate the color tones across collections so that we can easily mix and match. So for example, you'll see my background paper with the cute little bunnies. This is from our Welcome Baby paper pack. And the papers in here, they're really versatile. There's double-sided, and I don't have too many baby layouts that I need to make, but there's florals, there's stripes, there's some cute other little prints that I'm going to be able to use for other layouts besides baby layouts, okay? And then I've also used paper here from our Birds and Blossoms paper pack, and that is our spring paper pack. So you can see here how well they coordinate. And then I used some leaves and flowers here, embellishments from our recent embellishment buffet. It was called the Floral Essentials, and there were 6 different packs of flower and leaf embellishments. So I used flowers and leaves from the orange and yellow flowers, okay, from those embellishment packs. So you can see again how well it all coordinates together. But today what I wanted to do is to share a little, give you a little instruction on something that I think we kind of make the assumption that everyone knows how to do. When you purchase our instructions, you'll often see that we'll start out, really, it's usually one of the first steps, is to cut a hollow frame, okay? And when you look at my layout, you'll see it is framed by the Kelly Green cardstock. So it makes a nice little frame, a nice edge. It adds some depth and dimension. It really highlights the layout. It really helps the background paper kind of pop off of this solid frame. So when we say cut a hollow frame, you can see out of my Kelly cardstock, I cut a hollow frame. I cut out the center part. Now I've done this for 2 reasons. Number one is to conserve cardstock, right? Because the entire thing would just be covered up, and that would be a waste of all of that cardstock. And then number 2, as we add these layouts to our albums, we want to kind of we're trying to get as many pages as we can in an album without overstuffing the albums, because that is really hard on the album spines. So I do not recommend overstuffing your albums. But to reduce the bulk so that you can fit more pages in an album, we're removing essentially a whole entire layer here of paper. So it's kind of like eliminating one page so that we can fit another page in the album. And then when I cut the hollow frame out, I'll get this big square. And from that square then, I usually use it to cut photo mats that I can use again on the layout. Okay, so let me just show you quickly how to cut a hollow frame, because like I said in our instructions, we don't really give a step-by-step instruction of how to cut a hollow frame. We just are assuming that everyone knows how to do that, because it's just kind of a basic thing, because we all do it so often now. So when you're using the 12-inch trimmer by Creative Memories, and we look here at the blade housing unit, we'll see the white line. That white line indicates exactly where the blade is going to cut. So when I press it and start pulling it to cut, the blade is going to engage and start cutting right there at that white line. And then we know there's a 1-inch difference from the white line to the bottom of the housing unit and from the top of the housing unit. Okay, that's important because when we're using this ruler here on the side of the arm, see on the metal arm, there's lots of rulers on this trimmer across the top and the bottom, across horizontal lines that are rulers, and then also this ruler here on the arm. So, well, let me show you here, for example, the hollow frame. I usually just do a 1-inch hollow frame because that gives me just, enough cardstock that I could adhere the top layer on top of that. Usually I'll cut the paper either to 11.5 by 11.5, or in this case I did 11.75 by 11.75 because I didn't want the green to be too dominant. I thought that would be a little bit too much green, so I kept the frame really narrow this time. So when I put the cardstock here in my trimmer to cut this hollow frame, cutting a 1-inch hollow frame, I'm going to put my cardstock here on the 1-inch mark on the top ruler. And then I want my blade to start cutting 1 inch from the top. Okay, so now I'm trying to look at the ruler here on the arm, but the blade housing unit has covered it up. Is I want that white line to be right at 1 inch when I start cutting, right? And I can't really see it because it's covered it up. But what I do know is that 1 inch difference, right? From the white line to the bottom of the housing unit. So I am going to place the bottom right corner of the blade housing unit at 2 inches. Because I can see that right there. That bottom right corner is at 2 inches. And that means the blade itself is at 1 inch because of that 1 inch difference, right? So I'm going to press and cut. And now I want to stop 1 inch from the bottom of the cardstock. So that means I want the blade to stop at 11 inches. Now I'm not going to be able to see that when that white line is exactly on 11 inches, but I can see the bottom right corner when that is going to hit 12 inches. So when that bottom right corner comes to 12 inches, I'm going to stop cutting, and that means my blade has stopped cutting at 11 inches. Okay, so here I have this cut 1 inch from the top and 1 inch from the bottom, and I'm going to turn it. I'm going to line it up at 1 inch, and I'm going to repeat all of that. So again, I'm going to move the blade housing unit to the bottom right corner is at 2 inches. I'm going to press and cut until that bottom right corner is at 12 inches. Lift it up, give it a turn, and repeat. Okay. And then we'll do it 1/4 and final time, placing the cardstock at 1 inch. Moving the blade housing unit to the bottom right corner is at 2 inches. Pressing and cutting till that bottom right corner of the blade housing unit is at 12 inches. And then I'm going to stop, and I should have a perfect hollow frame. So there we have our 1 inch hollow frame because it's 1 inch all the way around. And then I have this extra cardstock that I can save or conserve. I can cut apart to use as photo mats. Alrighty, I hope that helps some of you. This is just one great tip or trick of using our Creative Memories 12-inch trimmer. We just love this trimmer. It's been a game changer for all of us. We find that it's this has been the easiest trimmer that we've had to use. It has so many great features that makes cutting just a breeze. And just a reminder that you can find the printable handout instructions for my cute little bunny layout here at creativelifescrapbooking.com. Thanks so much and have a great day.